What's happening, everybody? It's your main man, Mark Fuller, FreeWorldOrder. This is another video archive. It might be another rant. Depends on how far I go into this subject. But I want to go straight in. I want to shoot straight in, straight ahead. And if you're new to my videos, if you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, thank you for watching. Those of you supporting the movement of the free world order and a resource-based economy, I want to thank you definitely and especially. And I also want to thank everyone that has been commenting on the videos and on Facebook, because that feedback is very important to open up the dialogue that we need to have as human beings about all of this bullshit that is going on in the world pertaining to money. Let's go straight in. Why is money so powerful? What I've come to realize, and I was really giving this some thought between yesterday and today, money itself has no value. The value that it has is given to money by human beings. When human beings collectively accept an idea, they force that idea into motion, and then the idea moves from that point forward. It can either evolve or it can become detrimental, but it's in motion, it's moving. This is what money has done historically. In the past, money was backed up by something physical in the physical world that was valuable, whether it was silver or gold, some type of precious metal, land, something that people needed. It was backed up by whatever that thing is. And it represented a means to exchange one thing of value for something else of value. It doesn't represent that anymore. Right now, in its actual form, which is the digital electronic form, money is simply numbers inside of a computer. That's what it is. And it's debt-based. It's not based on something valuable backing it up. There is nothing backing it up, aside from the fact that we use it, and aside from the fact that it can just be constantly created out of thin air, out of nothing. So the creators of this form of money that we are using now, the international banking conglomerate in the United States is called the Federal Reserve Bank. In other countries, it goes by a different name. But basically, it's a small group of people that run these banks that lend money to governments through the form of bonds. In other words, the government will issue them treasury bonds, and then in exchange for those bonds, they receive currency. That's how money is created out of thin air. Regardless of what country it's in, it's called fiat, or F-I-A-T, currency. And fiat just basically means fake or fugazi. It's not backed by anything. It can be created by the actual bank that issues the currency. If you look at your bill, look at a bill. Matter of fact, let me pull one out, and I'm gonna prove it to y'all real quick. When you look at the bill, I'm in the United States. All right, here's a $20 bill. Now, if you look at the top, what does it say? It says Federal Reserve Note. Federal Reserve Note. What the hell is the Federal Reserve? People are using money every day and have no idea what it is. And I think that this is very important for you all to know and be aware of, because some of you have no fucking idea what none of this shit is that we're doing. None. Federal Reserve, the Federal Reserve Bank, first of all, is not federal. It's a private bank. It's actually not a bank. And it has no reserves. What it has is the ability to print that money that I just showed you based on the government requesting that it needs currency. So anytime the government needs money, they go to the Federal Reserve Bank to get money. They issue treasury bonds, and in exchange for those bonds, the Federal Reserve Bank will print these notes. So the only institution that has the ability to print this money is not even the government. It's a private bank. And this goes for every country. In every country, it's fiat currency, meaning paper, fake, has no value, but we all use it in the economy because the whole economy is based on the use of this money. Now, knowing that, if human beings are giving it value and it's not backed up by anything, what is it that we're actually doing on this planet? We're living in an artificial world that is not real. It's controlled by that same paper that I just showed you. The whole world that we live in our society is 100% controlled by money. And how is that possible for something that doesn't even exist? It's not even real. It's not based on any resources at all. But yet you can use it to buy resources. Like I can take, if I have enough money, I can go right now and buy land. I can go right now and buy an oil field if I have enough of that paper. So this is what gives the 1% of the population that has their hands on an abundance of money. It gives them power and the ability to purchase anything that they want in the real world. So anything physically that they want to buy or do, they have the money to buy it. And guess what? The majority of you and me, we will never have enough money in order to actually live a standard of living equivalent to what these 1% people are living ever. Very few people make their way even into the top 3%. Forget the 1%. Even the top 5%. Very few people will make their way to make over 6 figures a year. Very, very few people will make their way to make over 7 figures a year. And it just continues to become a slimmer chance the bigger that the numbers go. And this is all bullshit because it's the planet, in essence, that is providing everything for us. It's not money. It's just that we are giving and relinquishing our control and our power to this dollar. We're giving the money power. That's where money gets its power from. It's from us. So knowing that, you would have to be very foolish to come into information that reveals that and then shows you the alternative to us using that moving forward into the future. That's where the free world order comes into the picture. People don't understand the idea of a resource-based system. They don't understand the idea of, well, if you give everything to everyone for free, then people won't work. They'll be lazy. For one, that's not true. Because you would already have that. Right now, technology is already in position to get people off of certain jobs. Because machines and computers can do things 1 million to 1 billion to 1 trillion times faster than human beings are ever capable of doing it. So why would we not use machinery and automation for certain things? We would be foolish not to. So in that process, the jobs that are using this new technology and automation now removes the need for those jobs, which ultimately means that those people now lose purchasing power because they lose the income from those jobs. And in that same process, it looks like, well, automation and technology is a bad thing. People are losing their jobs. It's not automation and technology. It's the system. The money system that we're using is the cause of everything that's fucked up. That's the truth. It's a fact. That's why in the Bible says money is the root of all evil. It actually says the love of money is the root of all evil. And who doesn't love money? And if you don't love money, it's because you don't have any. But when you get your hands on some money, You fall in love with money real quick. I don't care who you are. You have enough of it, you will fall in love with money very quickly. But we have reached a point in humanity where we have to realize what it is that we're actually fucking doing. And too many of us don't have a clue what we're doing. We have no idea what's going on. We're so involved in all of the bullshit that is in society, and that these same people that are controlling the currency, that have created the currency, they control the media, they control the information that you have fed to you through television. They control it all. And it's very easy for them to knock someone down when someone is presenting you with an idea that is definitely better than the idea of money and the monetary system and the social system that we're currently using. So you're going to have pretty much almost everybody talking shit about a resource-based economy, talking shit about the Venus Project, talking shit about the free world order and what I'm presenting through my videos. And that's all right, because I'm not doing it for anything other than helping us as human beings to realize our humanity and really escaping the enslavement that we're in. Human beings are enslaved to money, they are enslaved to the system, and they're enslaved to the actual lack of knowledge. So all I can do is just continue to do what I'm doing. I'm putting the knowledge and the information out and letting people see that there's an alternative to what we're actually doing. Hopefully, some of your motherfuckers will wake up. And pardon my French, I like to talk like that because I want to shock you on purpose. The shock value of what I'm saying hopefully will help it to penetrate a little bit faster, because people are very slow to move until they get fucked up. Let something happen to you or your family, then you be ready to move and take action of some type. Until then, you real comfortable. You got your little cushy job. You know, I'm good. I'm making money. You know, we getting hours. It's all about you and yours. It's never about the collective. Like, we living in a fucked up society. There are too many people that are homeless. There are people starving to death in other countries. And if you're not connected, like your nervous system as a human being is not connected to other human beings, when you see other people suffering, you don't feel that, it's something wrong with you. It really is. That's how self-absorbed you are, because you really don't give a fuck. And that's no way to live. You're not alive until you give a fuck. When you see people hurt, you should feel hurt. It's great to celebrate when people are doing well. All of that is beautiful. But the whole idea of the free world order is that everyone should be doing beautiful, not just some of us. And those of us that are doing well are in a position really to reinforce something better than what we're actually doing as far as the system that we're using. You'll know when I talk about a resource-based system that is better than what we're doing right now. When I talk about a resource-based economy, I'm talking about us using all of the resources that the earth already gives us, using it intelligently, not in a way that fucks up the environment, not in a way that brings harm to any other human being. So that means all of this experimental stuff that goes on behind closed doors, they're experimenting with different races. They're experimenting on, you know, people in Africa and in a lot of other countries also that really have no defense against the shit that they want to try. They're doing chemical trails in the sky. When you look up, you see planes spitting out white clouds of smoke. What do you think that is? They're experimenting on the entire population on the earth all the time. So it's like when you're born, you're basically part of a big ass experiment. But the thing about it is that they cannot stop the ingenuity of human beings also. They have not figured out how to stop our brain power and our ability to think. You can't stop that in any human being without fucking up every human being. That's why nothing ever works. It's just like thinking that certain things will only work on one group of people. Everyone is a human being, stupid. Eventually, it's going to affect other human beings regardless of what their race is. So what you think might be only working on black people eventually works on white people, Chinese people, Spanish people, all types of people. Why? Why does it eventually mutate into something else with another group of people? How does that happen? Because you cannot target anything genetically without fucking up all human beings. Because we're all the same, dummy. We're all the same. That's why it never works. It appears to work for some time, and it might work at first, but eventually you start seeing, oh shit, I didn't know that could hurt us too. Us meaning a different group than it was intended to actually hurt initially. It's just like thinking, back in the 80s, they used to think only gay people got AIDS. Next thing you know, a whole bunch of women got AIDS. Where did they get AIDS from? I thought that was a gay disease. No. There's no such thing as a disease that doesn't affect every human being. And then when they figure out that it's the same thing that was over here affecting this one particular group of people, then it mutates into something else and it looks a little different, but it's the same shit in another group of people and they have to name it something else. Sorry about this phone. This stupid phone keeps falling. Anyway, all right. I didn't mean to be this long-winded, but anyway, you guys get the general idea of what I'm saying about money. The power that money has is the power that we're giving it as human beings. We give power to whatever it is that we accept collectively. So because everyone cooperates with the money system, this is the reason why the machine keeps moving and the wheels keep turning. And it appears that money just is not ever going anywhere. But I'm telling you guys, a resource-based economy, that is the alternative. And a lot of you won't realize this until you're so fucked up, you don't know what to do, and you're going to be, oh man, what was that guy talking about with the resource-based economy? What is that Venus Project thing? We should look into that because, man, I don't know about this shit anymore. Some of you, it's going to have to be that much disaster and shit to be so fucked up before you realize and open your eyes. But I'm telling you, stop waiting for cataclysmic things to happen before you decide to move. Don't wait for shit to get real fucked up before you decide to do something about something. We know that the system is fucked up. We already know this. How do you have a system that is in motion where people actually are still homeless? It's just like, how is it possible for people to be homeless in America? How the hell is that possible? Oh, well, there's a capitalistic society and all of that is bullshit. If the system worked for us, for you, you would not have people homeless. There would be no way that the system would allow for anyone to not be provided for in the system. But that's not what the system is that we're using. The system that we're using teaches you to be competitive, or you got to compete with this person over here. You got to be better than this person over here for you to get a better job than them. You got to be better than them for you to get a promotion. It's always better all the time. Oh, well, competition is good. Well, how the fuck is competition good if it causes you to, if need be, become corrupt, lie, cheat, and steal somebody's idea, somebody's whatever, so that you can gain benefit for it? Any system that rewards you for doing that is fucked up. Bottom line. But anyway, let me get off of this. I'm out of here. Mark Fuller, Free World Order. You want to support us? The link will be below this video on Facebook. On YouTube, it'll be in the description box underneath the video as well. All right, you can start with $1 a month, whatever it is. The link will be down there. Let's go. What I'm looking to do is to raise $1 billion. What we're going to do with that money is build the first resource-based city. And that city will show people the proof that us using resources instead of using money to provide for everyone instead of providing for just some, or everyone trying to fight for a little bit more money so that they can have a little bit better life, a little bit better standard of living. All of that is fucking bullshit, man. I don't understand how people are really not really fed up and tired of all of this dumb shit. I don't get it. It's like y'all just accept everything all the time, too often. And then you think shit works that never does. This is, you know, like protesting, and you think politics and all of this other dumb shit works. Y'all care about who the president is. It doesn't matter who the president is. It's the same shit. Anyway, let me get off of this. Mark Fuller, I'm out. You guys take care. Peace and love. God bless. Deuce.